So, in my last video, I showcased some of the game, showcased some codes, played it with a couple of my friends. Unfortunately, one of them is absent, but that's fine. And I may have potentially done some off-camera grinding. Now listen, before you get your pitchforks and your torches and all that kind of stuff, just hear me out, okay? The last video did really well. Was that because Vanguards had just released? Maybe. Am I still surprised? Yeah, I am. So I'm making another one, and this time I'm going to be showcasing Igris and Jin-Woo together. Now, as I mentioned, this guy is like the Hikari of my group. Where is he? Over there. This guy is like the Hikari of my group. Just look at him. Look at his smug face. This guy. So he's somehow got Alucard, as you can evidently see. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop into an infinite. We're gonna evolve. I'm gonna upgrade Sung and Igris to see how well they do together, but only two of them. So I'm gonna have Sung down, one Sung, and one Igris. It's not like I have a choice. I'm gonna only place one Sung down anyway, and I'm gonna show you how well they work together. And then my friend is gonna place one Alucard and show you how good he is, explain his passives, and then we'll call it a day. So without further ado, I'm going to jump in the infinite, and then when we get there, I will come back to you. And we're in. So yeah, but okay, I'm going to ignore that. So yeah, as you can see, we're in. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put down my Sung Jin-Woo here. I'm going to put my farm down. Obviously, try to get Fortune on Speedwagon as soon as possible, because that really does help out. So on placedown, he does stack, but I think he's doing around 8k on placedown. That's because I have S in his attack and range. So obviously he gains stacks per kill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place one Igris to the side. As long as Igris is within Sung Jin-Woo's range, he's getting constantly buffed, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade my farms. I'm also waiting for the money to come in. I do want to say that I'm hosting a giveaway on my Discord. However, requirements must be made. Number one, we hit 60 subscribers, which we're very close to, by the way. So don't forget to sub down, leave a like as well. That'd be greatly appreciated. Number two, we're also trying to hit 35 members in the Discord. We're trying to be more active, and I'm also trying to branch my content from Roblox as well. Obviously I'll still be doing Roblox, but I also want to do stuff like reactions, like VHS reactions. So if you want to see like VHS or VHS reaction stuff like that, I have a Spookfest channel in the Discord. I want you to find something you'd like me to react to, send that in the Discord, and then I'll give you a shout out watching it. This idea was inspired by a content creator called Baz. He's a very cool guy. I love his content. He's very cool. He'll be linked in the description. Go give him a check. And with that being said, let's get on with the showcase. So after that, okay, there we go. So he goes from his previous damage numbers, I forgot what they were, to 28k. And then he goes from 28 to 33. That feels like a bit of a jump. Again, okay, I want to make this clear. I have Monarch on my Sung Jin-Woo, so the damage you're seeing now, as crazy as it seems, that's because I have Monarch. It's doing a lot of work for his damage. It's a 300% damage increase. I'll bring up the Monarch stats here. I'll bring up the Monarch, what the Monarch gives here, so you can give it a read for yourself if you don't know what it gives. So again, at upgrade 8, he unlocks the skill Arise, and that's when Igris gets buffed heavily. So at upgrade 12.5k, he goes from 34k to 37k. Again, he's stacking. So we also have unlocked the rest of his passives. So we'll first read Arise. Arise, the Monarch rouses the fighting spirits of the dead. So how that, it's explained how it works in this passive. So I'm going to use Arise, and they spawn within his range. So if I have currently 40 range on him, that will increase over time because of his stacks, obviously. I'll read off some Jin-Woo's passives quickly. So we have Job Request, 0.1 damage increase per takedown, and that stacks up to 40%. And then we have the Necromancer. Killing enemies adds them to your shadow army up to 40 shadows. When using a rise, summon 15 shadows and 5 shadow knights. And then we have King of the Shadows. Damage plus 2.5% each time a shadow defeats an enemy up to 25%. So that's a stacking passive as well. And then units in that range that include the name Igris or Igris, obviously, also receive this damage increase, which is why they work so well together, because they quite literally share a passive. So obviously we have Vegeta there. He didn't last very long, and we're gonna keep upgrading him. So I'm pretty sure he has 11 upgrades, so he's now at 54.1k. And then his 6th upgrade, he gets Shadowfall Slam, and this is the last scale before you enter his full AoE, because Igris is a full AoE unit, much like Alucard is. So let's wait for 8k to happen. We should be getting it extremely soon, thanks to my farms. And yeah, we have it. So we go from 9.1 to 10k. I'll quickly spectate him so we can see his attack. Let's just look. And that's his other skill, which I think looks nice. That's before his full AoE. And then obviously we'll give it a quick look in a second. So he goes from 10k to 12k with 5.4 SPS, so his SPA doesn't change and his range doesn't increase. But he's got a lot of range as it is. So his next upgrade, okay, he lost a bit of damage there. I'm pretty sure that was because of a buff. I could be wrong. So I'm gonna keep. Yeah, so as you saw, we left Sung alone for a bit. He went from 60k, somewhere around that, to 73, which is a lot. So we're gonna upgrade him again, and then this is his AoE attack, Shadow's Embrace. His SPA greatly increases from 5.4 to 7.5, and his range increases from 43.4 to 44, and his damage increases from 13.23 to 14.57, which is not that much of an increase, but he does a lot of damage regardless. That's what his full AoE looks like. It looks very nice. I don't even need to spectate him for it, but I'll do it regardless, so you can give it a look. It is on CD. Yeah, so there you go. He just starts tweaking and going all over the place. Now, I'll upgrade Igris a bit more so we can see how much damage he does. It's 14k to upgrade, a little, not as expensive as Sung, but damn near close enough, I'd say. So we should get 14k with this next wave turn. We should do, fingers crossed. Yeah. So he has one more upgrade, and he has 22k. His next upgrade makes him go from 22 to 23. His SPA goes from 7.1 to 6.7, and his range increases from 44.7 to 46, which I think is really good. Again, these units are by no means bad. The game hasn't even updated yet, and they're already pulling out damage numbers like this. This is way beyond my expectations, given the game dropped not even a week ago. That actually makes it sound much bad, given how much I progressed since my first video, but we don't talk about that. So now, this is his last upgrade. Now, now that obviously my friend here got Alucard, I'm gonna take it away and let him explain Alucard and his passives, so take it away.
Alucard is a 0.004% unit on the banner once you reach level 10. Alucard has 3 passives. Passive number 1, Kasula and Jackal. Attacks inflicts bleed equal to 25% of his damage. Passive number 2, Bird of Hermes. Enemies that enter his range while bleeding will be affected with Wounded. Enemies affected with Wounded will take 20% more damage. This is really good if you have units like Jin-Woo and Igris who do a lot of damage together. Alucard's final passive is a skill called Restraint Level 0 with a cooldown of 150 seconds, which is 2.5 minutes. Alucard will summon 6 ghouls and 4 masked ghouls. While the ghouls are present on the map, his SPA is reduced by 10% until they are dead. Each time a ghoul dies, his damage is increased by 1%. This will stack up to 35%.
Okay, so yeah, Alucard is quite cracked as well. This is what his ability looks like, so obviously that's the quote he has. And unlike Sung, his summon ability starts it from here, not within his range, which is actually quite unique. So after that, we have also Haruka Rin buffs everyone, so if my friend can just place him down here. So Haruka Rin is applying a buff. I don't actually know what the buff is because I don't have the unit myself, so I can't remember. But upgrades obviously upgrades do matter for the unit Shadow Knights. I'm gonna have my friend here take it away and explain Haruka Rin's buffs.
Haruka Rin applies a 3% damage buff per wave to all units within the range, which caps out at 18%. After those initial 6 waves have passed from the placement, the range for all units within Haruka Rin's range increases by 10%.
So yeah, Haruka Rin is pretty cracked in terms of a unit. She is a battle pass unit, so she's not that hard to get. You just have to play the game, get to level 30 in the battle pass, which is the max right now until in a couple days. I think they're gonna add the rest of the last 20 tiers. If it goes up to 50 like everyone assumes, which I don't see why it would go any higher. But yeah, so these guys do obviously because Haruka, we're gonna see just how much Haruka buffs these guys. I'm gonna constantly do a rise because Sung is doing a bit more damage now. He's doing 76k, which is obviously still a lot of damage, and he's got a lot of range on him, 51.5. And I think we'll skip to wave 50 and we'll do like a time skip, so I'll see you when we get to wave 50. Alright, before we end off, fuck it, never mind, let's just head back.
Okay then.
Okay, and we're back. So yeah, that was Igris and Sung working together, and then obviously we were able to get an Alucard showcasing. Let's see, actually let's test our luck, let's see if we get anything before we wrap this up. See if I can get a dupe of Sung. Let's see. It's not looking like it, this multi is... at least Piccolo came in. At least Piccolo came through. We've got one more. We've got one more. One more, and then we'll check. We'll try and roll stats, and then we'll put it there. A Fortune Naruto. That is definitely something. And another Kizaru to end it off. Okay, is that everything I can do? Then we can do one more. We'll do what? Okay, last one, and then we'll do traits, and then we'll put it there. So let's just head over here. I don't think we're getting Sung. No, we're not. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, let's roll a stat on Igris. Let's roll his attack. I think I can do it. Can I? Yeah. Okay. Let's roll his attack. See what we get. And it's still A. That is unfortunate. So yeah, that was the second part to Anime Vanguards. Again, I will put the game's link in the description. Very, very fun game. I highly recommend it. I will be linking my Discord in the description. And I will be also mentioning my people's socials if they have any. So yeah, listen to this by the way. And with that being said, I hope you stay safe, have fun with this game, and peace. See you later.